So Sia is releasing a movie about autism. You know when you like read something and then it looks bad and then the more you read it, it gets worse? Hey guys, welcome back to TheAspieWorld. My name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia, and I make weekly videos on this type of content. So if you're new around here and you'd like to learn more about that subject, remember to hit the subscribe button by clicking the notification bell. If you're watching over on Facebook, be sure to give this page a follow to see weekly videos like this. And if you're watching on Instagram, be sure to give this account a follow to see daily autism content from me. Right guys, super serious, super interesting. Oh my goodness, where do I even begin? So yesterday, I was on Twitter, you know, tweeting about like, hey, how's life, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden I get roped into this tweet kind of thread. And this thread was somebody sharing with me the singer or performer, Sia. So it was all about this singer or performer called Sia, who's a very famous singer and whatever. She's got a new movie coming out called Music. Now, I was like, okay, this looks interesting. Why have I been tagged in this? So I watched the trailer. And then it started to unfold. I instantly saw the trailer for this movie. It basically shows a young girl who's on the autism spectrum, trying to live life and seeing it through the eyes of her half-sister, which is what I've read in the synopsis, which is kind of like a half-sister is basically a self-saboteur drug dealer or something, or newly sober drug dealer, and her half-sister has autism. So this drug dealer, who's played by Kate Hudson, I think, then hangs out with her sister, who's played by Maddie Ziegler. Now, Maddie is the actor that Sia chooses for all of her online kind of like all of her video related dance videos. She did all kinds of cool stuff, and Maddie's a very talented dancer. She has been since she was very young, and she was on like a reality show, I think, like a dancing reality show for kids. Anyway, regardless, her and Sia do a lot of stuff together, which is great, right? That's all good. But the biggest question, the biggest issue was, why did they not find someone who has an autism spectrum disorder to play the person who is autistic in the show? That was one of the biggest questions. Like, that was the first thing, right? And then you kind of go, well, I get it. You know, they're trying to portray somebody of a higher support needs. This means that they have, you know, a low skill set than a lot of autistic people. Because remember, it's a spectrum. Not everybody has verbal ability, and you know, all this kind of stuff. And executive function isn't good with everybody. So I thought to myself, okay, maybe that's it. And you know, but then I thought to myself, well, why didn't they get somebody who had lower support needs to then play someone who had more severe needs, right? Because it's still having an autistic person acting an autistic person, right? But it gets into a bit grey area, and you ask yourself, like, and I'm not defending this here, you get yourself into the questions where you're thinking, well, if non-autistic people aren't allowed to play autistic people, then should autistic people not be allowed to play non-autistic people? And that's just a bit of a grey area. But in terms of like thinking about it, it's 2020, we're all trying to do our bit, and we're trying to overcome this barrier where autistic people aren't allowed any television time. They're not allowed any time to be actors in this thing because of this. I have another video coming out all about my own reality TV show issues with television, where I was supposed to be in a reality TV show, and I'll talk all about that soon, so make sure you subscribe so you see that video. But in this video particularly, this movie, it just seemed a bit odd, you know, and it kind of almost a little bit insulting. I felt a bit kind of weird watching it. Anyway, let's fast forward to today, which is right now when you're watching this video. I was scrolling on Instagram and Twitter, and I noticed that people, actually autistic hashtag was trending, and I thought, oh my goodness, what is going on? And I knew it's got to be about Sia. So I looked on Sia's profile, and the first thing I see is she has wrote, and I'll put this tweet on screen here, grr, F-ity F, why don't you watch my film before you judge it? Fury. And I thought, well, that's not a good attitude to take. If people have issues with something that you're doing, why are you acting like a kid? You're like, Sia, come on. Like, this is not an attitude to take towards a disability, a disabled community. I mean, that's not good. So then I read another tweet. Somebody called Helen Z wrote, several autistic actors, and I'll put this tweet on screen here. Several autistic actors, myself included, responded to the tweet. We all said that we could have acted in short notice. These excuses are just excuses. The fact of the matter, there's zero effort was made to include anyone who is actually autistic. Hashtag nothing about us without us. And then Sia responded with probably one of the most horrendous things I've ever seen anybody say. She said, maybe you're just a bad actor. It's getting worse. It got worse and worse. The more I read this, the worse it got. I get it. Sia feels attacked because people are judging a movie. Don't put yourself out in a public sphere if you can't take criticism or questions from people. This is a disability. You're talking about a group of people here. Now, Sia could have acted in a couple of different ways, right? But unfortunately, it looks like she's not listening to anybody to want to kind of talk to anyone or find sympathy in it. Now, there was another tweet that I saw, but I couldn't find the screenshot for it, so sorry about it. But somebody said, hey, did you know what Autism Speaks have done some shady stuff? And she said that she didn't know, and she thought that she was above board with it. And, you know, there's a big taboo, because a lot of people don't like Autism Speaks, because a lot of the shady stuff that they've done in the past or continue to do, but I don't really know much about them, so I'm not going to comment on that part. Now, I went to the Wikipedia page to see if she consulted anybody on the autism spectrum or even any autism charities. Now, on the Wikipedia page about the movie, none of the actors are openly on the autism spectrum or even said they got autism. When I even searched the term autism in the Wikipedia page, it doesn't even relate to autism. It just says that there's autism-related films at the bottom, so I could see more movies related to autism. Doesn't mention autism anywhere in this, but it's quite clear that the person is on the autism spectrum when you look at the trailer, and I will leave a link for the trailer below, and then you can come back and then discuss the trailer here with me afterwards in the comment section, because I want to know what's going on. Like this is like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So my question is, why is Sia being crazy? Why is she not listening? And then the second thing is she for real? Anyway, Sia, come at me. I'd love to have you on this channel. Maybe you could talk about it, and maybe we could have a discussion. Maybe you could actually openly discuss some of these hardline topics with people. What, you know, like, why didn't you use autistic people acting in it? Why isn't there an autistic person acting the autistic person in it? Why are you not consulting with autistic people in it? Like, I'm not one of these people to moan about things, but when her attitude stinks as bad as that, you have to... I'm literally speechless, guys.